Life is truly tragic, and we all have the potential to become monsters. This is a provocative comment by Jordan Peterson, but strangely it hasn't deterred millions from watching his online lectures. Why is that? Firstly, let's dissect Jordan Peterson's statement. It is a profoundly philosophical and thought-provoking assertion. Jordan Peterson is a clinical psychologist, a renowned professor of psychology, and an author from Canada. His profound insights into life have garnered him a large following over the years. One of his famous books is titled 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, which was among the best-selling books in 2018. Moreover, Peterson's YouTube videos and podcasts have also gained a substantial following. Through his books and talks, Peterson offers profound advice on life, drawn from ancient wisdom, psychology, mythology, and personal experience. His ideas revolve around the meaning of life with the aim of helping people organize their lives and improve the world, starting with themselves. Returning to Jordan Peterson's statement, it's important to understand that he isn't using it to criticize life or humanity. Instead, he's exploring an important aspect that exists within us all: the capacity to do both good and evil. This statement serves as a reminder from Jordan Peterson that we have the potential for transformation amidst the challenges and difficulties of life. Another optimistic perspective is that Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of mindfulness in life. Since each of us carries the potential to perform both good and evil actions, the key decision lies in our own choices. To avoid becoming the monsters he mentions, we must control our actions by embracing personal moral values and developing ourselves in the most positive direction. According to Jordan Peterson's viewpoint, there's an element that drives human spirit but is often viewed as a negative habit: envy. If the conventional definition states that envy is an emotion that arises when one lacks certain good qualities, achievements, or possessions that others possess, leading to feelings of resentment, anger, and discontent, Jordan Peterson sees envy as a wonderful companion. To him, it's not just a source of negative emotions, it can also serve as a source of motivation and encouragement. When you face difficulties and must make two choices, one is to give up, and the other is to persevere, envy can help you at this moment. When you lean towards the option of giving up, envy will make you think about situations where you have to confront those who are better, or even look down upon yourself. It motivates you to bring about change, to grow. Envy guides you down a path of self-improvement. However, in some cases, when envy becomes an unreliable or even malicious motivator, philosophy advises you to seriously reconsider and contemplate immediate self-improvement and change to eliminate it. Or, if you haven't reached an extremely negative situation, you can also ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? This is a question that compels you to take action, to change, to develop for the better. And thus, envy continues to help you on the path to self-enhancement. Always believe that you can achieve it. You can turn envy into a companion on your development journey without it being a negative emotion. Why do I say this? Because according to Professor Jordan Peterson's principle, your mind has the ability to shape your future self. He describes imagination as the key to self-improvement. The most successful individuals are those who have a vision of things unseen or undone before. They challenge societal norms and bring their own chaos. We are all a blend of instinct and culture. From a cultural perspective, a great story can inspire us with boundless motivation. That's why our imagination is invaluable. It allows us to willingly confront the unknowns of the world around us. Therefore, encourage your imagination and use your imaginative power to turn these ideas into reality. Jordan Peterson's next piece of advice for those lacking motivation in life is never to hide what you don't want behind a foggy curtain. In this advice, he describes our fear as we grow up. Many people reminisce about their youth when everything seemed easy, and their confidence was still unshaken. As we grow up, many of us become afraid of ourselves, of others, and of the very world we live in. According to Jordan Peterson, the dark times in your life are like layers of fog. We fear not knowing what we want, or even when we know exactly what we want, not being able to attain it. We fear that we will fail. Ultimately, we often dread defining failure. This is because when we are unsuccessful, we have no one else to blame but ourselves. The consequence of this is that we fail to understand what we truly want. Additionally, we also fear that others will discover our own desires. This is because, We fear that others will tell us what we want even though we hope that we don't know. These individuals might prevent us from pursuing our desires. According to Jordan Peterson, people tend to conceal things they dislike within what he calls the fog. This fog represents a reluctance to examine emotions as they arise, and an inability to convey them to oneself and those around you. To succeed, you must recognize and have the ability to communicate emotions related to what you want and don't want to do. If you can do this, you and your loved ones can help you define your purpose. This is especially crucial because Professor Peterson believes that without purpose, there is no happiness. This aligns closely with what philosophy encourages humans to pursue. Philosophers always remind us that we must courageously confront everything in life, and especially, if we want to continually grow and improve ourselves, we must identify our own goals. Once you've established a purpose, you should make every effort to achieve it. Ask yourself how dedicated you are to working diligently towards your passions. The level of effort you dedicate to your passion will determine whether it can become an effective purpose or not. While life can make us fearful of growing up, don't hide what you don't want behind a fog. Furthermore, for personal growth, according to Jordan Peterson, humans should steer clear of rigid ideologies. While we should respect strong ideologies that have withstood the test of time, we cannot blindly adhere to them. Instead, while still respecting everyone and their ideologies, we need to challenge them. In parallel with this, being open to those with opposing views will benefit us. The world today is no longer a place where only our opinions are considered right. However, a challenge arises as people with different views are often seen as enemies. This takes us into an imaginary world where we must fight off surrounding enemies who want to destroy us. A similar situation is happening in modern politics. The good news is that we can change it by respecting the ideas of others rather than simply accepting or rejecting them. The solution to the problem of blind adherence to ideologies is to focus on small tasks that we can solve at the individual level. Next, we must take responsibility for the results of our actions. Specifically, Professor Peterson advises you to humble yourself by tidying your room and taking care of your family. These personal responsibilities give meaning to your life, without needing God and any ideology. If you find something important to yourself and commit to it, you will feel fulfilled. Once you are truthful with these responsibilities, you can start considering solving larger issues that have a broader impact on more people. Never blindly follow ideologies. Additionally, there is another piece of advice from Jordan Peterson that aligns with the viewpoint of ancient philosophy, which is that opportunities always lie where we choose to shirk our responsibilities. Being willing to take on responsibilities provides the opportunity for excellence in areas that others have abandoned. People tend to avoid and delay responsibilities because they seek easier ways to satisfy their desires. A prime example of this is social media. Likes, followers, and comments provide us with instant dopamine hits. Meanwhile, when we do the necessary work, we are exposed to more opportunities. Usually, we reap more benefits tomorrow when we sacrifice today's pleasures. Ultimately, nothing compares to the feeling of achieving your goals. Responsibilities, no matter how daunting, create meaningful paths that drive happiness. Taking responsibility promotes happiness. Through today's video, we have explored Jordan Peterson's advice together. If you find the content we've shared useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue accompanying us on future journeys. Thank you for watching our video, and we look forward to seeing you in the next ones.